Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Rise of a Nation, it is episode 62, and today we start season 7 with our second ever qualifying campaign and our second ever game in in Europe in general, but in the Euro Cup. This time last year we played a team called, they're a Hungarian side, I cannot remember their name, Fehérvár, and we did get knocked out. Going to recap and start here first and to say we're out for a little bit of revenge. Second thing is, though, we do have a harder tie. For those that remember, we actually kept, we had about 70% of the ball, 4 shots, 2 on target before Kenny's red card in the 20th. We then went and sat and tried to play for a draw. They scored a long-range goal. We hit the crossbar as well to go 1-0 up. It was one of those games. And then in the second leg, a very even game, a very tight game. We had no Zahora as well that day. Remember that, he was out with broken ribs. We had chances in this game to really do some damage, and we got knocked out. What shirt's that? This is my coaching shirt. I've just come home from coaching, and I've come straight on stream because that's what you've got to do when you've had a very busy day. For those that are watching on YouTube, 9 p.m, haven't been able to play at all. This game's been sitting here all day, so been really looking forward to that. We are, of course, live. Links are down below. As you can see here, we've drawn FK Austrian Vienna, and one of the hardest ties. MPL club, but I'm coaching their 16s, their Elite 16 side. They finished second in the league. They have got a team, boys. They've got Jernigan there at Austrian Rapid Vienna in the middle of the park. Would get into my team. They've got Mark Frank, who's the vice captain, unreal at centre back at 18 years of age. And they've got Kevin the Austrian at 20. He will play for probably Austria eventually. He's unreal as well. They have got some signings. Even their Austrian region at 18, Moho isn't the worst goalkeeper in the world, but someone that I think we can get past. They have quite the team as well. Ralph, the Southampton coach in real life, is their head coach. Their team is very much, this is their keeper that they have in goals. This team is not bad. Christopher is unreal from Borussia Mönchengladbach on loan. We're up against it. This is definitely one of the harder ties we could have got, but it is what it is, and we're no stranger to hard ties. You could also see here that we've actually got money still left in the club, but we're well over the committed spending, and players are coming in, and we have made big moves for some players. We've also made some big sales, and we are looking good. We are predicted to finish 6th, as you can see here. I'm not really going to, delve into this too much, but we are predicted to finish 6th. There is some new players there. We're a very determined team. We have spent some money on some players, but unfortunately for ourselves, not one of our players getting into the team. I don't understand how Zahora doesn't. And Oscar Sandu is a new signing. And oh boys, we've got a player on our hands here as well. We're in 2026, Rich. I know my calendar. My camera covers the calendar, but yeah, we've made some new signings as well. But I think the first place we're going to speak is the club vision. I finally have, for once in my life, have got the board to say yes to improving the training facilities. With the amount of young talent we need to get this done in a year's time is massive, because it means that we're going to start hitting more potential and we've got the players to do it. Second thing is we have plenty of wage budget that we could move towards, so we are under the wages, but I'm waiting for players to come in. The last thing we are going to talk about here before we get into all the ins and all the transfers and all that sort of stuff as well is Nicholas Bubnajar has got a bid from Monza. He's got a lot of interest in him. There's a lot of players that are interested from a lot of clubs. I don't see him leaving unless it is maybe to Sunderland if he really wants to go. He has a 6.5 mil release fee. If someone came in and gave me 6.5 mil, I wouldn't complain. A lot of that money would come into my budget and I could do some things with it. But, he's the club captain. He's really good. We know how good he can be, and he played pretty well on the opening day of the season. And we're going to recap that one now as well, and then we're going to get into the transfers and get into this first game in the Euro 2. As you can see here, friendlies went well. Obviously, that new system that you would have seen last episode, not too new. Just that in games last season when we felt like control was slipping away on the direct system, we moved to that shortest passing, positive system. We seem to kill teams in it. Pre-season, we went out and we've done really well. Only thing I will say, we started conceding a fair few goals towards the end of it, like Copenhagen. A lot of the goals did come when we made the rotation. And on the opening day, the goal we conceded here against Bromby was just stupidity, really. But a game that we definitely dominated and probably should have put to bed big time. As you can see, nice to see Zahora start getting him underway, and Dolchek has done well. We're great, AJ. Great time to come in. Start of a new season, massive game in the Euro 2 qualifying. We got the hardest tie we could have got, and you will see some new names in there as well. You will see the new left back in Neff, he's Australian. You will see a new goalkeeper in there, Mbegesi. We're definitely going to do it anyway. We won the ball in the press here. Dolcek beats his man, fires it in. I'm expecting big things from the winger. He's had half a year to kind of settle into Danish football. I'm expecting him to go big. As you can see here, Bubnajar gets on the ball here, plays a great ball in Zahora. Unfortunately, gets the tackle in, so he doesn't get the assist. And then Zahora goes in and does well. AJ, you should have been here 5 minutes ago. You would have seen the regions that this team's got. They're unbelievable. Anyway, as you can see here, Johansson goes and heads it, unfortunately, into Dolcek, and it falls back to him. And nothing the new goalkeeper can do there as well. But yeah, obviously, very good. We've ticked off the first game of the season with a win. Always a great place to start. And yeah, we look really good. In terms of the rest of the team, in terms of people interest, Yepi obviously has got interest from Citadella. Like, this guy, I cannot rate enough. I don't think he's leaving unless it's like what the Hook did last season, Olympic Lyon, or, someone around the League One or Serie A, or, a good team in the Serie A, whatever comes in. This guy's just too good. He's not going anywhere. 12.5 million, boys. That's the release fee. Zahora still has interest here from Malaga, of all places. This could happen. They did just get relegated, but they are a very reputable team. And we'll just play that one by ear. Bubnajar has obviously a little bit of that as well, but no one else here really of too much interest, really. Hukic, I'm trying to loan out to get him a bit of a role. And Yon, one of our youngsters, has got a bit of interest in Midtjylland, but I wouldn't really talk about that one too much. Anyhow, Damien, you want to know what's happening on the ins. First one's happening on the ins is Ottar will come in once the work permit decision's done. I have made a sale to Tristan Doe. I'll recap that in a second. But like Tristan Doe, this guy, a couple years younger, obviously still looks really good at right back. We need a bit more depth, but I really want a bit more of an aggressive right back, that is for sure. I think as a wing back on support, it kind of suits him. Very quick, great determination. Georgian international, great determination. Doing whatever. And yeah, Hukic is out of contract, but I might just give him a new contract, whatever. I also think this guy's so well-rounded. And like what we did with Tristan Doe, someone that is a little bit more experience comes on a side that I think we just need a little bit more experience. Joe Hodge, we just offered a new contract for, had him on trial here for a bit. I just feel like out of all the midfielders we have, we don't have a defensively minded midfielder. Feel like he does that. Squad rotation is on 6.5K a week. If he does say yes, I will take him. Definitely someone that would definitely play games in and around, but somebody that I think that has come from Man City. If I was to Man City in the end is who released him, someone that I think when I sign him is going to be worth over $1 million or $2 million. Someone that I'll definitely add to. Someone I would definitely look to. I was about to say sell on for profit in the future, but someone that could definitely do a job and help us now. Unfortunately, Raphael's 17, or else he would come in and probably even knock, thank God, out of the centre attacking mid role. Raphael or Bess, just prepare yourself, is next level. I found this guy scouting Colombia. I was looking at like one of the Colombian teams that got relegated to League 2, and I just went and clicked on who the main players are, and I clicked at centre attacking mid, and this guy started up as probably one of the best players in the league. Yeah. He had a 350k release fee. Yeah. I signed him. Yes. Did I need him? No. Do I care? Not really. Have a look at him at 17 years of age. He joins when he turns 18. When he turns 18, he is going to come to me on the 5th of Jan. I cannot wait. Our window opens on the 5th of Jan. He obviously turns 18 on the 10th and can't move until the new window opens. He's coming as a squad rotation option as well. I cannot wait. He can actually play back a line as well, but I would probably play him in here. And to be quite fair, I think a guy like this just comes in as a shadow striker and says, mate, go do what you do. You won't be able to keep holding him for long. Yeah, no, I've got him as a contract, I think with a 7 mil release fee. Something tells me in a year's time, Man City are just going to go, yeah, mate, here's 7 mil. And that's what I've been doing with regens. I've been getting him on contracts that I can sell him on for profit. And yeah, Raphael or Bess, one of the best. Now, let's talk about the guys that are here. And there has been some money that has been flying around for people that have left. We already knew that Lars Frisch was leaving on a free. Go off, you snake. I really wanted to keep hold of you. Suleiman was running out of contract. They bidded for what his value was worth. It was on a K a week. I don't think he's good enough. Mistakes were made signing him. We got rid of him. The two big ones, though, Tristan Doe went for 115k, had a year left on his contract, 33 years of age, starting to decline. Did what I needed him to do last season, which was come in and tutor young Cameron. Still played quite well with a 6.8 with match ratings being broken. This is the first full season of new match ratings where they've been fixed. Obviously, the guy has played nearly 100 caps for Thailand. Wish him all the best. Really good. But the big one, and the one I didn't really want to happen, but at the same day, you look at the scout rating, you go, yeah, you understand why I sold him. Danish goalkeeper of the year for 2 years in a row, Robert has left. 6 months left on his contract. He wanted 7k a week, which is on the high end. I could have afforded it, I will say that. And he wanted to be an important player. I just did not think with this sort of scout rating, and he doesn't like a big game, and every time in the big game last year in the promotion or the championship league, he would make a mistake. But the thing about him is he'd make a mistake, we're 1-0 up, and then at 1-1, 90th minute, he'd make a save, right? He played 90 games for me. I'm going to miss him. I wish I held him for 10 more games so he could say he played 100. But to get what was his value at me was 525k. Was really good, and you can tell that he really wanted the money. He's gone to the Serie A. Good luck to you, Robert. You will forever have a spot on my team, and we did sign a new goalkeeper, which made me want to do this. Now, let's talk about the ins. There's only 4 of them. There's a couple more coming in, as you can see, so there's about 6, but these are some massive, massive, massive ins, right? One more as well. Where is Neff? There he is. I hate that they do this, that they put it right at the end. Camille, by the way, youth prospect, 4-star, was listed for 18k. I think of a guy like this listed for 18k, you might as well sign him and just probably flip him for profit. I think if this guy loans and gets capped by Poland or whatever, he's got to be really good. And if he can get the physicals, by the way, for 18k, I just don't see how we've gone wrong. He'll go out on loan somewhere, and yeah, I think he's going to be really good for 18k. Eugene Neff played for Adelaide United. Born in Adelaide, up the road, 20 minutes. Probably was born at the Women's and Children's of the Calvary. 20-minute drive from my house, not even, right? Played at Adelaide United, played decently well in the A-League with broken match ratings, still average around the 6.8 and 7s. Now with proper match ratings, I got a 7.4. Looks really, really good. Playing him as an inverted wing-back as well. Just to position the inverted wing-back in this system, because we keep the ball so well, he comes on in and he gets on the ball and he plays some killer passes. The times we do lack that overlapping fullback. But yeah, second thing is current international for Australia. Didn't go to the World Cup squad, which I thought was really weird, even though he's been capped at a young age. I just think he's really good. He's natural. He's got decent tackling, naturally very physical, great determination, good amounts of leadership as well. I think he's going to be fantastic. He's only 20, as AJ goes and says. I think he's going to be great. Now, let's get into my actual signings for the rest of the year. I'm not saying Neff wasn't. First one is backup right back on a free. Made sense. Hopefully goes out on loan. Develops Danish talent. When you can pick him up on frees, you do it. Anyhow, let's just work our way up. The reason why we got rid of Robert is Andrew Mpengesi was out of contract. I do not understand how my scouts and my coaches do not see this guy with 5-star potential. He was sitting in the South African under-20s, and there's a second South African coming from the under-20s. I do not understand how him nor the other South African I'm going to show you, because the other South African's quite nuts, have not played. 19 determination, 6'2", a natural 1-on-1. 20 eccentricity worries me, but I don't understand. He's got 14 vision with 12 passing. He's got aerial reach and jumping reach at 6'2". I do not understand how my scouts and my coaches say that this guy is pretty much playing out his ability. He's 20. This guy's going to come in. This guy's going to play well. He looks like a big unit in goals as well when you're playing a game. He looks a lot bigger than 6'2", which is nice. And this guy in pre-season looked good. The reason I sold Robert is this guy came in and I said, mate, this guy's got to play first team football to get him growing. He's here on a backup contract. I just do not see how this guy does not get to 4-star potential at a minimum. I think this guy could really be here for a long while. And to be quite fair, if he doesn't play well, we get a keeper in on a first choice contract and he's happy to be on the bench. So I'm going to take the punt with him. I'm going to take the punt with this guy being our number 1 this year. I just feel like with the natural 1-on-1s, the natural ability to jump and claim a ball, and he has very good determination, he's going to be good. Plus, he's very good on the ball. What more do you want from your goalkeeper? I actually think Andrew Mpengesi is going to be good. I'm actually very tempted to nickname him the Pen, but Mpengesi is really nice to say, so I'm going to leave it, right? Next one, though, that we signed here is Andreas Casido. And I tell you what, if Bubnajar ever leaves, and this is why I'm not too concerned if Bubnajar leaves on a free, this guy is here on a squad rotation contract, and we signed him for 205k all up front. Yet again, as I said, I was just clicking through Colombian second division by accident because I was looking at another player that I didn't even sign, and all these regens were sitting here going, yeah, have a look at him as a winger on attack, off the bench, oh my goodness. He's 19 with 20 determination, naturally very physical, crossing, dribbling, first touch passing technique, and he's got work rate. Oh my precious. Any regen with 20 determination, you pick up. This guy is going to come in and be the bee's knees. He's already playing at that leading, pretty much at that leading level for our division here in Denmark. He's unreal. If you look at the coach report and you put him as a winger, apparently Jeppe can play as a winger there, but if you put him as a winger here, he's our best winger on paper, better than Bubnajar. If you do compare the two to Bubnajar as well, someone sent me a text as well. If you do compare to Bubnajar, which should be up here somewhere, there we are. As you can see, Bubnajar's just a slightly bit better, but Andreas has got a little bit of time on his hands, only being 19 plus. My God, rotation contract. Oh my days! But get ready for the jewel in the crown. Get ready from the man from South Africa. Get ready for a guy who I do not believe has not played a game for South Africa. Have a look at this human being, this pretty human being. Oscar Sandu had a 575k release fee, and when I saw him, I met it straight away. Have a look at him. He is here with the intention, if Zahora leaves a 12.5 million late in the window, I've already got the replacement. If he doesn't, this guy off the bench, no dramas. If we have an injury out on the left-hand side, great, he can play as an inside forward. If we train him to play Shadow Strike, great, he can play there. He is unbelievable. It took him 2 weeks to get a work permit, but we got there eventually. Have a look at him. He did come off the bench on the opening day, didn't really do too much. 19 agility, 17 pace, 16 acceleration. He's rapid, and he's got stamina as well. He's also can pass a ball, which is unbelievable. Great technique, good finishing and composure. That's only going to grow at 19 years of age, boys. He is going to be good. Has a 7.5 mil release fee. I could almost tell you that I expect that to be met very quickly. But, to sign for 500k and get him out, not the worst thing in the world. I just, what a player. What a player is Oscar Sandu. We have a guy that's going to be a goal threat off the bench. Unbelievable. Cannot wait. I cannot wait to use him. And if Zahora gets injured, we have replacements. Last year it didn't happen. This year we have the replacement for if Zahora gets injured. It will be good to see. Rate my signings, boys, in the chat. I think they've been really good. We've obviously got, or before I forget, it is Orbis, it's Hodge, and it's Otar coming in as well. And yeah, we're in a YouTube video. Yes, we are, Burger, because this is the first game of the season that everyone's seeing. And we do have FK Austrian Vienna in a massive game here as well. AJ rates the signings in the chat. I rate them too. Anyhow, we are away from home, which I prefer. I prefer playing away from home first. They think that we should be going defensive, but I don't. And they think we should increase in defensive duties. I think our best way to play is on the front foot. In terms of the team, that is your team here. Mpengesi in goals. Roberts is going to play until the new signing's been there. Marquez and Christian have a decent understanding together, and Marquez has been really good, and so has Tony as well. Neff is in there at left back in the inverted winger, inverted wing back role. Get ready to see him really hover in this area here. Allow Hansen to go. Kenny comes across. It's like having a third midfielder. It's really, really good. Double check, thank God, and Bubnajar. Thank God is yet to grow. He's actually complaining to me that we didn't improve enough of the coaching team, even though we made 4 coaching signings. So yeah, Bubnajar out on the right, and Johan Zahora up top. Your bench makes up of Kanud, the other backup goalkeeper. Bubba, Finley Armstrong is still here, haven't sold him. Johansson, Casido, Neil Jenkins, and Sandu. If we do sign the midfielder and Hoge, Neil Jenkins would make way and go to the bench. We'll probably look to loan him out, probably then, which I feel bad because Neil Jenkins has done really, really well in his time here. Or when Orbres comes in, Neil Jenkins makes way anyway because you've got Sandu, who is much better. Anyhow, big game. This is a big moment. We need to give someone a squad number. He wants to wear the number 7. You're not getting that. 27 will do for you, mate. Away we go. The boys are really good. Andre loves the team flexible shape. I think we're going to be okay. I personally think that, yeah, they're a better team than what we faced last year in the Euro 2, but I think we're going to be better for the experience. We've got better players in, and we have Zahora up top. That's their team in there. We're going to recap their full starting 11 and have a look at it because we just know how many regens are really, really good there at Vienna. Hopefully, though, all I want is an away goal in this game, and if we get an away goal, anything can happen going to Denmark and playing at our home ground. So they've got the young goalkeeper in goals who looks good. They've got the right back in, who's another regen. I think we can get at him. I think he's not overly great, but he's quick. So expect to see Dolcek get it in. The centre-back looks unreal, and Bas Allen, the other centre-back, is also pretty decent. Zahora might be able to play off him. He's got 18 natural tackling, though. The left-back is naturally a centre-back, so that's also a good sign, too. Igor in the middle looks unbelievable. The Serbian, he's probably going to play for Serbia in the not-too-distant future. The Austrian midfielder looks pretty insane. 19 determination, 6 foot, great natural passer, great vision. Yeah, he's really good. Dema out there on the right is naturally pretty quick. The Turkish under 21, he looks really good. They're a bunch of regens. Christopher, we highlighted at the start of the episode, on loan from Gladbach. He's going to be unbelievable to get there. He's going to be pulling the strings. And even he, with a good first touch, natural flair, natural pace, he's going to be very much a handful. And up front is going to be the 21-year-old, which I actually like. He's only got 3 finishing, so watch him score. But it means that their best striker's on the bench. I think his name was... Maybe he's not, but I know this guy's better, the promising striker. And there's one more, but maybe he's not on the bench anyway. So not 100% their full starting lineup, but pretty good nonetheless. Anyhow, score prediction in the chat. I'm going to predict like a 1-1 or something like that. So it could make a decisive difference. It's going to be tough. I freely admit, I think we're in a good chance. Why not? It's going to be us in the light. They're in their purple. And hopefully we can go out here in the Euro 2 and put in a good performance. A better performance than last year. Anyhow, I'm looking for something very nice. Us on the ball. And yep, he's good from a dead ball. And he whips one back stick. Thank God, heads. We're 1-0 up inside 3 minutes here in the Euro 2 second round of qualifying. The board, by the way, want us to reach the 4th round. There are some big teams in this competition. None bigger than Vienna in the second round of qualifying. But against a star-studded regen side, we're 1-0 up early doors. It's thank God you're here at the back stick. And Yeppy already has an assist. He loves them, and he's so good on a dead ball. Anyway, we're starting to dominate the ball out here too, which I did think coming against Vienna with this many regens we would struggle to do, but 75% of the ball, and we are looking really good. And this is why I've changed the system, because we look really good on this. Ali, good to see you in the chat. Roberts on the ball down the lines. Ahora's quick, but he won't get on that one. Back to the keeper in Hau, and he goes long, should be our ball. And Tony Christensen finds Neff, and the Australian is really good on the ball. Good ball into Kenny. Great ball to Zahora. And to be fair, Zahora really should have scored. We're doing quite well, my man. Ali. Be better if we do win this game here as well. Anyway, Bubnajar, highlight's still not over. Beats his man, gets to the byline, cuts it. Yeppy, good on the ball. He cuts that one. In the end, it's volleyed over by Dolcek on his non-preferred foot. Couple of big moments here. A second goal was beckoning for us, and 2-0 would make me calm down very, very well. We finished the season, finished second. Copenhagen, didn't think they lost the game from when you last saw Ali, and got like 70-odd points. It was really one-sided. But we finished second anyway. Bubnajar on the ball. Lays it back to Neff. And this is where Neff, unlike most fullbacks that would stay in high and wide, he comes inside and acts as this second midfielder. Secondly, because he's so inside, he acts as a third centre-back when we get hit on the break. It's really nice to see. Anyway, Neff on the ball, finds Tony Christensen, and his ball goes all the way back here to M. Pagesi, and he's very good on a pass. He's got good vision, and he finds Marquez, does the new goalkeeper, to Tony Christensen now, and his ball looking for Yeppy, who loves the surge in the middle of the park, and having Neff, Dolcek finish, it would have been a great goal. But having Neff come inside allows Yeppy to get further forward as well when he loves it. Anyway, we've started this game so well. We're 1-0 up. We've had 10 shots, 6 on target. And we are really, really, really pressing for a second here before halftime. It just doesn't come to fruition. But we are playing really, really well. Start the second half. Away we go, boys. Hopefully, we can find a second one out here before not too long. Time is ticking away here, though. 52 minutes. It's a corner for them. And they're still a deadly side as they head over. And they have got a lot of quality. They're a better team than us on paper. But we are just playing some great football. Anyway, Marquez, Yeppy, can turn and face forward, finds Bubnajar, he looks forward as well himself, and he goes on a run. He finds Zahora, beats his man, still going Johan, big chance straight at the keeper though. if we were just a little bit more clinical, this tie would already be over 55 minutes into the first leg. Unfortunately for ourselves, it hasn't happened. Anyway, highlight here, Bum Najar gets tackled, and in the end, that's going to be that as well. Dolchek not having his best of game. I might actually get an inverted winger on that side, to be fair. Getting him inside as well. Anyway, 65 minutes played. I'm going to make a change. I'm going to get Dolchek for Bum Najar, and I'm actually going to get Bum Najar inside as an inverted winger on attack. I'm actually going to move Neff now as a wing back there on support as well, a bit more traditional. And I'm going to get Andreas his debut here as well. A great signing, the Colombian, and away he goes. Also, 70 minutes played. I am going to make my second change. Zahor has not had his best of the day, and we have Oscar Sandu, so we might as well get him in as well. 72 minutes played. Highlight here. Oscar Sandu, the new guy on the thing. Neff, good throw. Bub Najar now. Does love playing on this left-hand side as well. Kenny in. Oscar Sandu. Andreas tackled. Falls to Yepi. Oscar not able to talk. Thank God. Bub Najar. Good ball towards Neff. Was cut out. Hayur goes long, should be our ball, is our ball with Marquez. Roberts now, Marquez, he thumps it. Oscar Sandu doesn't get up and doesn't win. And maybe it's a highlight here for Vienna. In the end, Bum Najar does well and forces him back a line. It's chipped. Tony's good in the end, wins it. Kenny now. And here we go. It's a good tackle by them. It's going to be them again. It maybe is their highlight anyway. Lamar still going with it. Ball back a line. Thank God gets behind it. What a ball here in the skivers. Hits it, but just wide. And hopefully we can find something here late doors. In the end, though, not really happening. 77 minutes played. I am going to get Thank God off here for Neil Jenkins. He knows how to find a goal, does the Australian. And until the new signing comes in, we'll use him too. Yep, he's just going to tough it out here. And hopefully we'll be okay. I don't know if we're allowed a fourth sub. If we are, I'll make it. Anyway, Batchman, Lemma, picked off by Neil Jenkins, the Australian. He knows how to go. And Oscar Sandu's quick, and he's away. And here we go. He still goes. He holds it up. Back towards Neff. He's good on the ball, the Australian. Can beat a man too. Instead, he finds Kenny. Good touch. Bum the Jazz with him. Kenny ignores. Big Ken on the run. Still going Big Ken. Big Ken fires over. Really should have made this game 2-0. We haven't. I'm actually going to go attacking here in the last couple of minutes of this game. I think we deserve 2-0. And I just think we've been that much in the ascendancy we deserve. Anyway, Yepi on the ball. Finds Andreas. He's quick and he's away the Colombian on his debut. Good ball to Oscar Sandu. Big moment. The South African fires wide. Oh, would have been his first goal for the club. He really should have scored. 16 shots, 10 on target. Basically 60% of the possession. Unfortunately for ourselves, just only one. Oh no, if they score now. Mpagesi drops it. Blocked. Demir runs it out of play. Oh, that was not confident from the new goalkeeper. Came and dropped it. It's all over. The keeper gives us a little bit of a heart flutter at the end there. But yeah, they had 3 shots, none on target. We really should have won this game 2 or 3-0. Confident signs, promising signs, an away goal, going to Denmark, great signs. Only thing I will say about that, though, is that we just didn't put the game to bed. We really should have scored 2 or 3 and have been going to Denmark with this tie done and dusted. We haven't, but hey, I prefer to be in this position than us not have scored at all. Anyhow, dressing room, absolutely special, boys. No one believed that we could have done that. We went out there and absolutely trounced them. Everybody looked really, really good. And we got FC Midtjylland in a few days' time, so a pretty hard game in Denmark as well. I'd rather not discuss it. Superb defensive. It was absolutely superb. And if we replicate that performance, we'll win at home, and that will be that as well. And yeah, it is what it is. Last thing I'm going to mention before we go into the next game is Rafa Benitez is still in charge of Denmark. I will aim to try and get the Denmark job this season at some stage. I'm just letting Benitez just do what he needs to do. And yeah, as well, you know, he's looking at a lot of our players, so I'm hoping Benitez starts calling them up as well. But anyway, from me, that's the first leg done. Let me know what you think of the new signings, and we'll be back in just a second, just in the click of the fingers, with the Austrian Vienna game. And by then, we should have had the fullback come in as well. And hopefully, we beat FC Midtjylland like we did on the last day of the season last year at home, and we can be 6 points flying in to this Vienna game. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now time for the second leg here against Vienna. I really am ruining the fact that we didn't kill the game off, not because... Well, I'm still nervous for this one because we know how good these guys can be on paper. More the fact that I had to find a rotation against Midtjylland here, and we did draw 2-2 in a game that was fairly even. Tail 2 halves. They dominated the first half. We came out and in the second half absolutely smashed them. Our goal was a bit lucky. Their second goal... It's a goalkeeper mistake, but it's one of two things, right? A, Mpagesi has not played with this team long, right? Played one game in pre-season friendly or 2 friendlies. Second thing is Bubba Fernandez not the natural left-hand side centre-back as well. And Bubba kind of moves away from the ball as Mpegesi passes the ball. You'll see what I mean. Second thing is I'm only going to show you the goals, but two things. Firstly, Mpegesi at 2-1 FC Midtjylland in like the 55th, 58th minute pulls off the most outstanding save. I wish it was really easy to show you. And lastly, but not least, in the 94th minute, our new signing in Sandu, I put him up front, misses a massive one-on-one that he really, with his stats, should bury. So I feel a little bit aggrieved to not have won. Even though our goal to go 2-1 up was really lucky, and we should have been 2-1 down ourselves. But yeah, if I can find it, like, I will show you. But anyway, we went 1-0 up. Gets the run of play. It was our first shot of the match in the 13th minute. They already had about 4 or 5. Andreas getting a goal on his full starting debut, but obviously he came off the bench against Vienna. Anyway, Armstrong there with a good ball. Sisto there. Mpegesi, you can tell he's quite a tall boy. I do put a lot of hopes on the keeper. But yeah, and then in the end, we just went and pulled off all the normal first-team signings. Like Dolcek came back in, obviously, in that. We get a bit lucky. The clearance goes in the lane. Really, Dolcek's ball in should really pick someone out. And then, look, I can understand what's going on here. Like, Mpegesi takes a touch. It is the right pass to play. If Bubba holds there. I think Bubba moves to kind of split off into here, and Mpegesi's already played the ball. You can kind of see where this is going. He runs past it, Mpegesi's going to take a mistake, and yeah. But I don't know if we can, like, see highlights. I don't know if that's a thing through. I'm definitely going to try and find the last highlight of the game. It was there. It doesn't matter. Look, at the end of the day, Sandu 1-on-1. Basically ran around the goalkeeper. All he had to do was slot into the open net, and he kicked it basically back diagonal the other way into the goalkeeper. It was pretty bad. He should have scored as well. Also important to note is that Joe Hoge did join for 6.5k, did make his debut in that game, got a 7.1, which was really good. And last but not least, unfortunately can't be registered today, Ottar came in. He looks the goods. Expect to see this guy play a lot, and yet again use Cameron in the games that I think we can use Cameron in, and then hopefully Cameron develops into a good enough football to take the first team mantle. If not, I'm going to go big next season, 25 to 28-year-old centre-back, and get him in his prime years, right back, and then yeah. Anyway, let's get into this game here. At home, it should be okay. I'm going unchanged to the first leg. Everyone's going to come back in. I was tempted to start Sandu up top in this game here as well, and just be like, all right, Sandu, go out there and do what you need to do. Get yourself a goal, hopefully. But I feel like this game's too important. Yet again, if we were 3-0 up here, I would probably have played full strength against Midtjylland and maybe have done a job. The fact that we semi-rotated, didn't play particularly great, played well in patches and got a 2-2 draw, not bad. And we probably should have won in the end. They have lined up slightly different, I think that is. I think that is their normal striker up front, like the older striker that's here. I will double check that in just a second, but wait and see. Score prediction in the chat, boys. Let me know, and hopefully we can do a job. I am going to go out there and do what we do. I'm pretty sure that's their older striker up top. It is. This guy's not bad. This guy's plucky. This guy knows what he's doing. Same goalkeeper. Fullback is a different fullback, one of their older fullbacks as well. But apart from that, really similar. So, be interesting to see how we go here. I'm expecting a bit does Andrew McGeevy have a chance to earn more playing time in a pressing competition? I believe he's capable of earning more playing time as well. I do too. And I'm hoping thank God goes out there and performs. All I'm going to say is this Vienna side on their day can be really good. And we had them on a pool day and we didn't put them to bed. Hopefully here at home we come out here and play really well. First part of this game, they look like they have really come out of a different intention and we're struggling at the ball. But it's an early free kick, it's Yeppy, backstick, bum the jar, doesn't win it. On the break that might come, Cameron Roberts needs to get there and does. And Yeppy, with a chance maybe to whip it in again. Good ball in, cleared away, only as far as Kenny though. And Kenny now finds bum the jar on this other side. Thank God, Dolcek's offside. In the end, what a save from the keeper. And it would have counted apparently. Wow, looked miles off. Great save from their keeper to keep it at 1-0 on aggregate, 0-0 on the night. 11 minutes in, bum the jar, early ball in. Tony heads well over. But promising signs, but more concerning is that, at this stage in the game, we already had like 70% of the ball, whatever. Today seems a bit more of a possession battle. And we're at home, so I don't expect that. Anyway, good ball through. The striker, Mpegesi, does well. Yeah, this is a bit of a different Vienna side. Maybe they were semi-rotated with the Rapid Vienna game that they had midweek. Had midweek in mind in the first leg, and we really didn't take advantage. Here, at home, different sort of game. They're playing really well, and we're struggling to keep the ball. So it is what it is. But 25 minutes played, we had a few shots. We definitely need a goal. I feel like we need a score. If we can score, we should be okay. If we don't score, it's going to be a very tense 90 minutes. Anyway, so far so good. We've needed our keeper once. And Ludwig in there to Dogan, in there to Frank. And they're building out again in Vienna. Can we bring it on the press? It's forced long. Should be our ball here, Roberts. He just pumps it, but it's lucky enough to fall to Zahora. Dolchek, thank God's quick, and he's in the hole, and he's away. Thank God, one time. What a save from their keeper. Their keeper's pulled off 2 fantastic saves to keep him in this tie. And Hayer is having a really good game in goals. Anyway, Jarek, ball out there to Cameron Roberts. We're dominating the game, but yet to put it to bed. Bubnajar now. Back into Roberts. Need to pick a pass. Yeppy, Bubnajar. Well played out. Looks for Zahora. Finds his feet. Thank God now. Back to Marquez. Can go the other side. Instead, he looks for Yeppy. Marquez again. Don't force it. Keep it. Well done. Finds Cameron in the advanced spot. And Yeppy, Bubnajar, can go down this side. He's still going. Looks for Roberts. Could swing in a ball. Instead, he looks for Bubnajar. Cuts it to Zahora. What a goal. That's a goal worthy of sending us into the next round of qualifying, boys. That is scintillating football. That is one of the best team goals we've ever scored in an SFB coaching role. And Bubnajar and Roberts, a well-weighted ball back to Bubnajar. He slots it as Zahora. He's never missing that one. It is 1-0 on the night. It is 2-0 in aggregate. And you can hear in my voice, I'm kind of half expecting to get through after that. That is brilliant. Perfect. What a time to score too. Right on half-time. Ask any coach. That is when you want to score. Apart from a 90th minute winner, of course. Anyhow, second half, away we go. Highlight from kickoff. If it's for us, it's really good. Anyway, Neff, Kenny. That's a poor ball, Ken. There is no need to give the ball away there. And Yeppy nearly run it back. Does win it back the second time around. And he is on his way. He's on his bike. He's down the touchline. He's going to be able to wing one. He does eventually. Bubnajar, effort block. Falls back to Bubnajar. Holds it up well. That could have been the highlight, maybe. Neff. But this is what I mean by Neff. Just missed out. See how he gets in the middle, just acts as a DM? He's really good. Anyway, corner, and we're good from these set pieces. And Yeppy, Bubnajar. Yeppy's still there. Finds him, can cut it. Tony, Kenny, deflected. What a save again from the keeper. If it wasn't for Hayer in goals, the Austrian, who will be an Austrian international at some stage, he's got the potential. The 19-year-old is really, really keeping him in this tie. It should be game over. But their keeper is having a weldy, really. He's on a 7.7 and probably deserves it as well. Anyway, time ticking away. It's not dead and buried. But from this position, at home, it shouldn't really happen. 65 minutes played. I am going to bring Oscar Sandu in. I'm going to try get him a goal. All right. Kenny on a booking as well. And I don't want him to get suspended here. So I'm going to get Johansson as well. Johansson good enough to go out here, though. Saying that, though, I worry every time they're going to have a highlight. Anyway, Johansson gets beat. Demir, good ball in. Hit, deflected. Right, wow. They're one goal away from forcing us to need to score. How has that gone in? How has Mpagesi not picked it up? Oh my God. Mpagesi. Highlight again. We've dominated 2 halves of football, 2 games of football, and it's not dead and buried. It's 70th minute. Johansson, thank God, in the box. Beats a couple. Hits the post. Own goal. Thank God. Could have just been a Sandu tap in and get him started. In the end, mercifully, thank Christ. They need now 2 goals in the last few minutes. As it stood before that goal, they only needed 1 to FM us. We have deserved to go through in this tie. In the end, Jaric has to play on it. I wish Sandu just got there and tapped it in. It would have been nice. But yeah, it is what it is. I am going to get our... Neff's on a booking. We'll get Finley Armstrong in as a bit more of a wing back on defend. Just get him to sit in as well. And we'll do that. How are you, Michael? Good to see you. Well, we should be home and hose now. I don't see them... Just get home. Just get home, please. Should be our ball here. It's not. It's cleared. Johansson heads. Sandy's not going to get on that. It's a good ball in there to hand. You never know if they scored one right now. We have dominated 2 ties of football. It would be a real FMing if we did not get through from here. Mpagesi, good with the ball, usually. And yeah, finds Tony Christensen. I love that he keeps it short, and that's a good ball too from the keeper. He's got 14 vision. Like, you expect him to play well. Johansson, thank God, should get on that. Dolchek, still going. Still going. Great save from their keeper. The only reason they're even remotely still in this tie is their goalkeeper, man. He's pulled off, I think, about 15 saves over both legs, at least. Bum the Joe again. Somehow, they've maybe done their homework on our short corners, but yeah, anyway, Johansson, Tony Christensen is the highlight. Done. Should be game over. We've had 21 shots, 9. We had 16 shots, 10 in the last leg, and their keeper has been sensational. 90-odd minutes played. Should be all she wrote. It is. It's full time. And there we go. Into the dressing room we go. I'm very happy with the way you played, boys. Brilliant. It is magical. The next episode is going to be the next round of qualifying. You love to hear it. Made my halftime talk easier. We got through really easy in the end. And there we go. We get 77k for that. We get NK Ozet. They produce regens like no tomorrow. They are a really good side. So, yeah, they finished 4th in the Croatian First Division last year. They might have won a cup competition. We'll quickly do this as well since we're here. As long as we're just going to take it one game at a time as well. He was good today. Done. Easy. Two questions, all done and dusted. When is that game next? It's actually in 7 days' time. All right, YouTube. I'll be back for the third round of qualifying, in a minute. Next episode. For everybody on stream, it's in a minute. Next episode, it's going to be this Sajek team. And just like Rapid VN, a team that has a lot of regens and has a lot of quality. However, we're a team on paper that knows what they're doing and know how to go out there, really move the ball around, and hopefully they can do a job. Next episode, it's a slightly easier tie on paper, well, probably in reputation, but a very similar tie on paper against teams that know what they're doing. I'll see you then. It's going to be another nervy one, and we're at home first, and I don't like it. Catch you later. Thank you, and goodbye.